Hello all, I'm Sai and in today's video I'm bringing to you my short spoiler-free review of Vanara by Anand Neelakantan. This was my book club pick for the month of June in 2025 and it is a mythological retelling in which we follow the life story of Vali, Sugreeva and Tara inside the Ramayana. I have read a few other books by Anand Neelakantan before this one and this was just as good as any of his other works. So without any further ado, let's get into the various sections of the review right away. Starting with the plot, as I said before, inside this book we follow the story of Vali, Sugreeva and Tara from the Ramayana. But the story just kicks off with Vali and Sugreeva working in a hermitage. It also ties in the story of Ahalya inside this book, and the author has told the stories of each and every one of these characters really beautifully. The thing about Anand Neelakantan's books, which are mythological fiction, is that he takes the stories of the anti-heroes or the villains from the mythology and narrates their part of the story or the story from their own point of view to us. His writing is really brave if you ask me. It's not charming, but he goes forward and delivers facts as such. The way in which he sees the story, the way in which he sees the mythology is just really different, and the way in which he puts it forward is also beautiful. He has a knowledge of the mythology from different parts of the world, different parts of the country, and makes use of all of it together in order to present his version of the story, which has been done really well here also. Moving on to the characters, the main characters whom we follow here are Vali, Sugreeva and Tara. But apart from them, we also have the other people from the Ramayana, like Lord Hanuman, Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Ravana, and so many other such people. We can see here that all the protagonist characters from the Ramayana are made antagonists, and all the antagonist characters from the Ramayana are shown as protagonists inside the story. And the way in which the author has chosen to narrate their story just makes us understand that these are just people who have tried their best to do the best for their own people and themselves with the circumstances that they were put in. I like the way in which he does not go forward and tell us who's good and who's bad. He just shows us how things are from different points of view, different vantage points, and lets us decide who's good or not by ourselves. When we see the story from the point of view of Vali, Tara and Sugreeva, the same story just happens in so many different ways, and it's really intriguing and nice to read. Apart from them, we also have the guardian of Vali and Sugreeva named Ritrajas inside this one. He's a eunuch and his representation done by the author is also really brilliant. If you ask me for the characters, I can give like more than 100 marks if possible, because each and every character that the author has written, that he has focused to say the story from, is really beautifully done. Now moving on to the writing. As I said before, this is very straight on the face writing. Okay, he does not go forward and try to sugarcoat anything. He has certain things which are good or certain things which are right that are happening inside the story, and he decides to say them as such to us through his words, and his writing is really beautiful. He has this very rooted Indian style of writing, using which he describes things and puts us in the place where the story is happening and shows us the beauty of our country very well. It does not just show the beauty of the normal places that we know, but the beauty of the wilderness that has existed in our country forever, if you ask me. His writing is also a huge tool when it comes to the characters, because only through his writing each and every character's layers get built really beautifully. We are used to seeing some characters who are shown as anti-heroes or villains inside our Indian stories as such, and we don't see them from any other point of view at all. He kinds of gives us a 360-degree view to see who they are, how they've grown up, what they've been through, and what all they are doing right now and why they are doing it. If you're someone who likes experimental writing, which is done in the right way, not just for the sake of experimentation, I think this writing can be very much appreciated by you. Finally, talking about the pacing. The pacing for this book is very consistent. It does not go fast or slow at any instant at all. From the starting of the book to the end, the author keeps on maintaining the pace. For example, when I read Asura by the same author last year in 2024, I felt like the first 100 to 150 pages of the book was slow and it was difficult for me to get through. But after that, when the actual story started happening, it just moved on really fast and well. But here it is not the case. The story is not slow or meandering in the first few pages also. He starts out from where he wants to start out and ends where he wants to end. And he takes us through that journey in a very compelling and slow way, if you ask me. It's not fast, it's not slow that it gets boring either. It has some action here and there. There's a lot of brutality in here because we go through the war and see the war happening here. There's a lot of sexual assault too, which I think is the part of every mythology if I'm not wrong. As a whole, the pacing was really solid, and I definitely enjoyed reading the book very much. You can see the amount of tabs that I have. The author's writing is just that great, and I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. So yes guys, that's it for my review of Vanara by Anand Neelakantan. If you have read the book before, please do let me know down in the comments and we can discuss further on in the book. And if you did find this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.